This is Dickey Simpkins.
What's going on?
And now we do have our first caller. That is Dickey Simpkins. Mr. Simpkins, how are you today?
I'm alright. How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well, thank you very much.
Yeah, first of all, Dickey, thanks a lot for coming on. We appreciate it. You came on actually with us back at the Dunk. I'm sure you remember. We had a nice upset that day at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, and you were in town, and Sean Holly connected us, so I want to say over the air, thanks to Sean Holly. But how are things going for you right now?
Everything's going good. Can't complain. You know, just enjoying this March Madness right now, and looking forward to watching the Providence Flyers play tomorrow.
Dickey, you're a 1994 Big East champion. Before this year, you were the only Big East champion that year, 1994. Really quickly, what was that like for you back in 1994, winning that championship back in the old Big East? How much fun was it for you?
Well, it was obviously it was a lot of fun for me and the team. You know, we were on a good run, and we took that run into the Big East tournament. And you know, the big thing about it was we had a nucleus of core guys that were veterans, so that helped out a lot. But it was very special to us because it was kind of a moment where we kind of knew Coach Barnes was going to move on to Coach Clemson, and we knew that the core of us that had been there for 4 years, this was going to be our last go around, and then ultimately the opportunity for us to cement our place in history with winning the first and only at the time Big East championship for Providence College. So all those components made it unreal special, and competitiveness and close games, and I think the Big East and Fox are on track to get to that point.
In rivalries, you talk about a couple. Do you think there will be a bigger rivalry for Providence? Like, who do you think is going to be our rival coming up? Or do we not have one quite yet?
I think as we move along, the old tradition of playing Villanova and playing St. John's, I think those two teams will be teams where it could be easier to develop a rivalry between those teams because there's tradition there. I thought this year playing Creighton developed a lot of excitement. You know, we beat Creighton at Providence. They beat us at Creighton with McDermott having 40 points. And because of those two games, it turned into a spectacular game at the Garden with those two teams, Providence and Creighton, which you could kind of see and hope and look forward to. Can they create a rivalry with those two, with Providence and Creighton?
Speaking of bright futures, what have you seen from Ed Cooley that you've liked so far? He's been a quote machine in the press conferences. It seems like he's really picked up some ground nationally as all eyes are on him. He's getting a lot of admiration from the media outlets. What have you liked from Coach so far in heading into the tournament?
Well, I'm a big supporter of Coach Cooley. I've known him since I came to Providence in 1990. He used to come up to Alumni Hall and play with us on a regular basis.
Wow.
And I just I like his energy. I like his approach. I like the fact that he has the ability to relate to the players and make the players feel comfortable and feel like a family and feel like a team. And it seems like they're playing for Coach and they're playing for themselves, and the energy that Coach Cooley has spread among the team, you can tell that they have bought in, and the success that they're able to get now is all because they bought in and how Coach Cooley relates to the players and helps them to play at a confident level. So those are the things I like from Coach Cooley. I mean, X's and O's, he knows his X's and O's, but I think when you have a coach that relates, has a feel for his team and gets them to buy in and play. And what's the slogan or the motto they were using? A heart of soul?
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul, yeah, that's right.
Heart and soul. I mean, you could tell that all that was out there among the team. That was the aura of the team.
If I remember correctly, you had a little bit of a career here in the WDOM studio, am I right?
That is correct. That is correct. I was definitely on WDOM, DJ, disc jockey throughout the day on Sundays, doing the music.
Now, and did you have what was your DJ name? Did you have a name?
My name was the Moon Man, so I would come on and say that you're listening to WDOM 91.3. When the sun goes down, the moon comes up. The Moon Man.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
That really is awesome. And here you are, all these years later, decorated NBA champion, back on WDOM. Thanks a lot for taking the time out of your evening, out of your day, out of your busy life to speak with us here at WDOM. We really appreciate it, and let's hope the Friars can pull this one off.